let's move on to recaps. Now, we're going kind of long, so I want to keep these kind of quick. There are two shows in particular I want to talk about, which are The New Gravity Falls and Korra.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's start with, what do you want to start with?
Well, if we're talking about the clip show, then Korra might be done faster.
Let's talk about Korra.
Okay.
I could not make it through that fucking episode. It was so bad.
I actually have something for that episode.
I mean, I know that, like, there's a reason. So, yeah, go into that.
Yeah. So, what happened was...
First of all, if you don't know what this episode is, it's a clip show on a show that's available exclusively online, streaming, so it doesn't need a clip show because you can just watch the other episodes. But not only is it a clip show, it's a clip show of all the romance plots of Korra, which are the worst part, I think. I didn't even make it to the first commercial break. It was just Mako talking to Wu. Maybe they clipped other stuff. I just couldn't.
They did.
Okay.
This is straight from Brian Konietzko. Okay, sometime around a year and a half ago, we were similarly duped on a large scale. We got the news from the higher-ups that our Book 4 budget was getting slashed, almost to the tune of an entire episode's budget. We had two options. One, let go a significant number of crew members several weeks early, or two, make a clips episode. We never considered the first option. We weren't going to do that to our crew, and even if we were callous enough to do so, we would never have been able to finish the season without them. But having grown up on TV in the 80s and 90s, we all dread clip episodes, where characters sit around saying, "Remember that time when?" and leftover footage is reheated for no one's enjoyment. Anime fans know this is a common occurrence in Japanese series as well. In fact, as Mike hung his head in disappointment at our fate, I remembered how one of my favorite anime series, Samurai Champloo, made what I thought was a really awesome and clever clip show episode. They mixed about 5 minutes of new footage in with the old and set up a context where the characters would be reflecting on past events while narrating over them, offering new insights or at least providing some humor. I pitched this angle to Mike and we agreed this was the best way to turn this big old lemon into some lemonade. So that's why they did it.
In theory, yes, I just don't think they succeeded in making that enjoyable.
Starting off with Mako was probably a bad move.
Yeah, maybe it got better. I just couldn't handle it.
Afterward, Korra and Asami got their own clip segment where they talked about
where they kissed.
Sure, in my
with
heart.
Tea.
I panicked briefly at the idea that may have happened and I didn't see it.
No,
that would have just been the
that would have justified
thing
the rest of the bullshit.
To do it during a clip show.
I really love the part with Varric and Bolin, though.
Yeah. See,
that was really fun.
They saved the best for last, but no one stayed that long, where Varric literally just took a bunch of clips and just made up his own story of the past 3 seasons.
And he was hilarious.
That sounds enjoyable. Maybe I'll skip Mako's part.
Just watch the last third.
Just skip Mako's part. I honestly don't know what Mako's part accomplishes, because all it sort of does is highlight how he's kind of shitty, and even his own family.
Wu is like, Mako, you're kind of a dick.
And his grandma was there, and his cousin, who was voiced by Greg Sipes, was like, dude, the hell? And he's like, I know. And I'm like, you're not really justifying yourself at all.
Yeah. And it was also kind of a fart in the face for that clip show to come at the point that it did, because things were about to get really real.
Well, that's why they did it. They were like, let's have one last lighthearted episode before things get
kind of
real.
like a Ember Island Players type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they compared it to that.
Okay, so that's, I guess, all we have to say about Korra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish Nickelodeon wasn't so adverse to making great things.
Yeah, like, I was thinking about that a couple days ago. Like, Nickelodeon is basically, like, at the bottom now.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, Cartoon Network won the BAFTA award.
Yeah, and they absolutely deserve
the BAFTA award.
I grew up favoring Nickelodeon over, like, Disney, which I guess was probably a bad move. But even though Nickelodeon had good stuff at the time, it's just weird thinking, like, how, like, yeah, I barely give a shit about Nickelodeon anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Except for Turtles and Korra, nothing.
It's literally 2 shows that we care about.
Yeah, and Korra's almost over.
And the only show they care about is one, SpongeBob.
They care about Turtles.
Turtles makes them a lot of
money. Oh,
yeah.
I forgot. Well, Turtles is their cash cow.
Did you guys see Friday's episode of Turtles?
Shit, did I?
No, I didn't.
The one with the car? The freaking body horror car? The freaking Donnie Tetsuo mixing with a car?
No. Oh my god, what are you talking about?
I am going to take off my headphones, abandon this podcast, and watch that right now.
It was so so awesome.
I was still thinking about the last one I saw was In Dreams with the beavers.
Oh, the beaver. Yeah, the
Two of them.
Freddy Krueger.
Two of them voiced by Robert Englund.
Gravity Falls. Great episode. Blendin's Game. Featured the return of Blendin, voiced by Jason Roiland. We learned his middle name, which is Blenjamin, in the show's signature style. And so we went back in time and saw Little Seuss. And it was great. It was very emotional and also very funny, because Seuss is always funny. And
even when he's sad.
Yeah.
And we did get confirmation. His name is Jesus.
Jesus Alzamirano Ramirez. And I got his the image of his driver's license open. He lives on 32 Chambrot Drive, reference to his inspiration, Jesus Chambrot. And his signature is like Seuss with a lightning bolt and a star, and the two O's are smiley faces. And the picture, he's like, ah! And his eyes are all red. It's like the worst picture possible.
Good. Seuss is the best.
Yeah, we got some sad Seuss backstory.
I think my favorite line in the entire episode, though completely unrelated to all the Seuss goodness, is like, I'm going to keep stammering until you find him!
I'm Justin Roiland, and I'm my own brand. All right, you guys want the cryptograms?
Yes.
Yes.
The one during the credits was, don't do the time crime if you can't do the time.
Okay.
That was one of my other goofs. My other favorite goof was like, oh, my time knee! Time, dang it! I love that kind of, like, in goofy sci-fi where they just add those prefixes. And then the image was, join the Time Paradox Avoidance Enforcement Squadron. Great hours, solid benefits. Sign up yesterday. And I was just love the goof was like, surprise! Where Candy was like, surprise, Mabel! And then Mabel just turns her like, too little, too late, Chew.
What is it with like Chew this season? She's had like a lot of great random bits.
Yeah, like in the Puppet one where she was the Aladdin Sane cover.
Yeah,
it was Bowie.
I
guess Bowie's most recognizable look. Well, actually, this show has done both of Bowie's most recognizable looks. What was the episode where Seuss was Jareth? It was Mabel's Guide to Fashion.
All right, yeah, I remember.
I love that scene where Seuss's abuelita is just like telling him, "Come on, Seuss," and Seuss says in this like little voice, "Okay, abuelita," like like this white kid who's trying to speak Spanish but can't, but wants to because he's Hispanic but can't because he grew up white and speaking English. I really related to that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying, but I'm failing. I can't pronounce the words. And I love when the abuelita...
It took you forever to be able to roll your R's, right?
Yeah. I still don't do them very well. Like, I hesitate every time I try, so it turns out really chunky, which you probably
You did
noticed.
it just now. You said tons out.
Turns out. And I love how when the abuelita like has that like rant about the dad in Spanish when she's outside his door and was going to give him the dinosaur-shaped cookies. You're so mad at him. He was so sad, not even dinosaur-shaped cookies helped. That's super sad.
That is pretty sad. Dinosaur-shaped anything usually solves all problems in life. That or infinite pizza.
What was the end card thing goof for the credits?
Oh, it was Little Seuss getting hired at the Mystery Shack.
Oh yeah, that's super nice. I like that.
That was cute. I loved Little Robbie was just like, I'm Little Robbie.
Oh yeah,
Little Robbie. And then Wendy on her tricycle.
Oh,
and
I was just gonna bring that up.
Oh, that scene was so good.
That scene was insane. This show is so good at what it does. There's a lot of correction happening this season of like, we dealt too much on the Dipper Wendy thing. Let's really put that to bed. And goddamn,
yeah, because
did they ever?
What happens is Dipper finds little Wendy, who's like really little.
She's like 6.
She's like 6, like on her big wheel with her friends, and like, I guess she likes him, and he's like, oh my god, this is weird. And Mabel's like, yeah, how do you think she feels?
And he's like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's all he said?
He's like, oh my god.
Like, he just has like a little miniature existential crisis in the middle of their time travel adventure.
Okay, 2 cool things about the crew. 1, I didn't realize this last season, but Sousa's abuelita is voiced by Matt Chapman.
Wow.
And I can never tell because that guy is such a chameleon.
Well, I knew it was a white dude. I just didn't know which white dude.
Because let's face it, they're all interchangeable white dudes.
And this episode was storyboarded along with 3 other people by Emmy Ciceriga.
Yay.
Oh, snap!
Yeah,
MEC.
MEC of a cool Tumblr and a bunch of comics.
MEC of herself.
Yeah. Oh, and Diedrich Bader is Dungren.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So that was recaps. Let's...
You guys want to say anything about the Steven or the Clarence?
The Steven was adorable with those watermelon people.
Yeah, just super cute.
It was so cute. And Clarence...
It was the pilot. I think it's cool
yeah.
that they, like, put the pilot in the series because so often those pilots just get lost.
Yeah, I like that.
We were talking
too.
about that last week with Over the Garden Wall. And
I
I
like
had
that.
forgotten that Pinata song.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Was that in there before?
I don't remember.
Was it
but
untouched? I gotta check that out.
Things
Like,
got kind of weird, and I was like, whoa.
there were some parts where, like, I felt like Sumo sounded more like Tom Kenny than Jason Marsden, so maybe they redid some lines. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might have... I know it was Jason Marsden was also Benson, too.
Yeah, definitely. Totally.
In the pilot, so... Let's move on to some shoutouts.
Woo!
So, there was this little conversation. Michael Roch was looking for podcast recommendations, and RJ O'Connell recommended us, and says, from what I'm told by my friends involved, is a great cast. And now we're being followed by that first guy. So, yay for recommendations. Cool. And then official James Vega says, congrats on the partnership with Frederator. I can't wait to see what you guys do on the channel, and I'm so pumped for the Big Hero 6 episode. Thank you, and I hope you liked it.
And I'm also excited to see what we do with the channel.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We're gonna get better about that, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Totes.
So yeah, I guess that's about it. You can find us where you always find us. We're on Tumblr, thetoongoons.tumblr.com. You can email us with your comments, suggestions, critiques, criticism, news stories, whatever the heck you want at thetoongoons@gmail.com. We're on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes. We're now on YouTube.
I don't think we gave the URL for that last time.
No, because there was nothing on it.
And there hopefully will be by the time this comes out.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/thetoongoonspodcast. Twitter, we're at Twitter at the Toon Goons on Twitter.
So next week's episode is going to be the 2D DreamWorks movies. Remember when they did that?
And they were good, and we all love them.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt. Not a Christmas movie, but kind of holiday-ish.
And this is coming from an atheist, and he likes it.
I mean, none of us are particularly religious, but whatever. Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
But we really like this movie.
It's a good movie.
And we think people probably forgot about it, and it's sad because it was really good.
Yeah.
Have a happy, pappy... Hope you had a happy, pappy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, if you've got time this Thanksgiving break, maybe start catching up on Hey Arnold or Ed, Edd and Eddy, but it's already gone. So, hope you did that, stupid.
That's not very nice.
I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
And I've been lying. I've been playing Pokemon this entire time.
Woo! My boy!
I wish I was playing Pokemon this entire time.
I'm Tooch.
Thank you for tuning in. Bye.